In this video, I'll give you a quick overview of rated redundancy in the Zenon network. Rated redundancy is the most sophisticated of the three redundancy modes. In this mode, the system dynamically determines the primary server, using the quality of data transmission as a criterion. The user defines the various parameters relating to the quality of data which must be met within the data flow to enable the server to do its job. If the quality parameters are not met, a standby server with a better data connection steps in. In this small redundant Zenon network, you can see two servers, a primary server and a standby server, and one client. Currently, both servers have a connection to the PLC and the same rating. The client gets access to process data via server 1. Now I will force the PLC to temporarily close the TCP socket, which is used by server 1. Server 1 has lost the connection to the PLC and its rating is now lower than the rating of server 2. Which is still connected and is now getting process data from the PLC and storing it in an internal buffer. If this situation lasts longer than the configured delay, the servers are doing a redundancy switch. As a result, server 1 becomes the standby and server 2 the primary server. All clients in the network are reconnecting automatically to the new primary server, to server 2. System operators like me get access to completed process data. The former standby and now primary server 2 has restored the missing process data from its internal buffer. This project is configured to consider also a second factor in the rating, namely if the computer has sane power supply or only emergency power supply from the UPS battery. So when I'm simulating power loss, the rating changes too. This is how the configuration for the rated redundancy looks like in the engineering studio. In the project properties under Network, make sure the network active box is selected and that you have entered your two servers. Under redundancy mode, select Rated. Next, go to Valuations and click on the three dots. In this table, you can link variables and configure how they influence the evaluation. I'm using a process variable from the PLC to lower the rating by 200 when the variable status goes invalid. This happens with all affected variables by connection loss. And when the second variable signalizes the loss of power supply with a value bigger than 0, then the rating decreases by 100. The system evaluates the rating independently for both servers as sum of weights. When the rating of the current primary server in comparison to the standby is lower by hysteresis value and stays that way for longer than the configured switching delay, this causes the redundancy switch. More information on this topic can be found in the Zenon help under Manual, Network, Redundancy. Thanks for watching.